Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject mathematics in standard 6th. In this video, we will start chapter number 4, operations on fractions. We will solve questions from practice set 9. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my recent videos. Chapter number 4, operations on fractions. In the beginning of the chapter, one activity is given. Let us recall. Let us divide the apples equally between two children. Number of apples are given and we have to divide them in these two children. So first there were 6 apples and the 6 apples should be divided into two children. So each child will get 3 apples. 3 apples, correct? So what we have to do? We have to divide number of apples by number of children. That means 6 divided by 2. Answer is 3. You all know when 6 is divided by 2, what we get? 2 3s are 6. This is known as the remainder. This is known as quotient. And quotient is always the answer of division. Whatever we get in the quotient is known as the answer of that division. So this 3 is the answer. In this way, here we have got 3 and we can divide 6 completely by 2. Why? Completely because the remainder is 0. And in this way, we can divide 6 completely by 2 and quotient is 3, which is the answer, and we get to know that each child will get 3 apples. Similarly, in second sum, 4 apples are there. They have to be divided into two children. So each child will get 2 apples. That means 4 divided by 2. 2 2s are 4. Answer is 2. Now next, only one apple is there. One apple and it has to be divided between two children. So 1 divided by 2. We cannot divide this. We cannot do this division because 1 is smaller than 2. It can be done, but that we will do in the next chapter. Okay, that is known as decimal fraction. Here we have to see that as 1 is smaller than 2 and 1 cannot be completely divided by 2. So we have to write it as 1 upon 2. And 1 upon 2 is the fraction. We all know that. Now 7 apples are there and they has to be divided into two children. So 7 divided by 2. Again 7 is not there in the table of 2. 7 cannot be divided completely by 2. That we can do in the next chapter, decimal fraction. But here what we can see that as 7 is not there in the table of 2, so we will have to write it as 7 upon 2. So when the division cannot be taken place, we have to write the numbers like this: 7 upon 2, 1 upon 2, and they are known as the fraction. Now let us learn what we will have to learn. Conversion of improper fraction into mixed number. These two fractions 1 upon 2 and 7 upon 2 are known as improper fraction. Okay, because we could see that 1 is not divisible by 2. 1 is not there in the table of 2. Similarly, 7 is not divisible by 2. 7 is not there in the table of 2. So we have to write it as 7 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. Such type of fractions are known as improper fraction. We will see the conversion of improper fraction into mixed number. Okay. So let us see how to convert this 7 upon 2 into mixed number. We will have to divide 7 by 2. The number which is written inside this symbol of division is known as dividend. Okay, you have to remember all these words in the division. So the number which is written inside the symbol is known as dividend. 7 is dividend here. Number which is written outside the symbol is known as divisor. So here 2 is the divisor. When you divide 7 by 2, what we get? 2 3s are 6. 2 3s are 6. And 1 is the remainder. The number which is remaining after solving the sum. The remaining number is known as remainder. And number which we get in the answer in here is known as quotient. So, how to write this improper fraction into mixed number? This 7 upon 2 can be written as mixed fraction. Quotient should be written first and then this remainder upon divisor. Okay, remainder upon divisor. How to write this improper fraction into mixed number? In mixed number we have to write quotient and then remainder upon divisor. In this way we will have to convert into mixed fraction. Quotient, remainder upon divisor. Now how to read this number? Reading this number is very important. We have to read it as 3 integer 1 upon 2. This number which is written in front, we have to read it as integer. 3 integer 1 upon 2. Such type of number is known as mixed number or mixed fraction. And such type of number is known as improper fraction. So in this way we can convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction by division method. But what we have to take care? We have to take care of, while dividing, we take care to see that the remainder is smaller than the divisor. This remainder which we are getting here should be smaller than this divisor number. We can see that 1 is smaller than 2. So always see that this remainder should be smaller than the divisor. As a result, in a mixed number, the numerator of fractional part is smaller than its denominator. Always in mixed fraction, this numerator is smaller than denominator. Number written in the this above part, in up part, is known as numerator. We all know that this is known as numerator. And number written down is known as denominator. In fraction, always keep this in mind. In fraction, the number written up is known as numerator. Number written down is known as denominator. So in mixed fraction, numerator is always smaller than denominator. Keep this in mind. Okay. Now here we will do opposite. We will learn conversion of mixed number into improper fraction. Here we have learned conversion of, here what we did learn? Here we have learned conversion of improper fraction into mixed fraction. Now we are going to learn conversion of mixed number into improper fraction. See how to convert mixed number into improper fraction. 3 integer 2 upon 5 is a mixed number. We have to convert it into improper fraction. So 3 integer 1 upon 2 can be written as 3 plus 2 upon 5. 3 integer 2 upon 5 can be written as 3 plus 2 upon 5. This 3 is not single 3. Always 1 is there in the denominator. Whenever simple number is there, whenever 2 is there, that means what? 2 upon 1. Whenever 5 is there, that means what? 5 upon 1. 6 is there means what? 6 upon 1. Similarly, 3 means what? 3 upon 1 plus 2 upon 5 as it is. And then what we will have to do? We will have to multiply by this 5 to make same denominator. We will have to multiply by 5 to this numerator as well as denominator. So we multiply 3 into 5, 1 into 5. This second number we have to write as it is. 2 upon 5 we will be writing as it is. Only we have to make the changes in this first number so that denominator will be same. So we get 3 into 5 plus 2, this plus 2, and this 5 is same. 1 into 5 is 5 and this 5 is same, common, so we write it one time. So we get 15 plus 2 upon 5 is equal to 17 upon 5. In this way, this mixed fraction can be converted into improper fraction. When we solve the sums, you will get better idea about the conversion. Now let's start practice set 9. Question number 1 is convert into improper fraction. We have given mixed fraction. All these numbers are mixed numbers in question number 1. We have to convert these mixed numbers into improper fraction. First mixed number is 7 integer 2 upon 5. Let us see how to convert into improper fraction. I have written the number as it is. Now let us solve. I write solution here. Instead of writing answer, we should write solution. Okay, in mathematics, always write solution. So this number as it is, I am going to write first. 7 integer 2 upon 5. Now how to write this number? This 7 integer we write first plus this fraction 2 upon 5. 7 plus 2 upon 5. Now here in this second number 5 is the denominator and 2 is the numerator. This 7 is not single 7. It is always 7 upon 1. Always keep this in mind, children. When the number is there, single number is there, always 1 is there in the denominator. So it is 7 upon 1 plus this 2 upon 5 we keep on writing as it is. Now what should be done next? As 5 is there in the denominator of second number, we will equalize the denominator of first number. Equalize the denominator will means what? We will make equal denominators. Here 1 is there, here 5 is there. So how we can make equal denominator? We have to multiply this 1 by 5. So this denominator will also become 5. Are you understanding? We want to equalize the denominator. We want to make the denominators equal. How we can make the denominators equal? When we multiply this 1 by 5, we get 1 into 5, 5, denominator 5. So here also we get 5, here also we get 5. But as we are multiplying denominator by 5, we have to multiply numerator also by 5. So what should be done? 7 also multiply by 5 and 1 also multiply by 5. And plus 2 upon 5 we keep on writing as it is. This second number keep on writing as it is. Okay, there should not be any change in the second number. Now let us see. I can write this as 7 into 5 I write as it is. Okay children, I will not write 7 5s are 35. I write 7 into 5 as it is. And this 1 into 5 as 5. 1 5s are 5. Plus 2 upon 5 as it is I am writing again. Again I am not making any change. Now see. 5 5 common denominator, same denominator. This number also have 5 in the denominator. This number also have 5 in the denominator. So what should be done? This 5 is the common denominator. I will write this 5 one time. Single denominator, common denominator I write. And whatever in the numerator I write it as it is. That means 7 into 5 plus 2. 7 into 5 plus 2. Are you understanding? This 5 we have make equal denominators by multiplying this denominator by 5. After getting equal denominator we can write it one time, and whatever in the numerator means in upper side. Okay, so whatever in the numerator we write it as it is, 7 into 5 plus 2. Now you can solve it. 7 into 5 is 7 5s are 35 plus 2, 35 plus 2, and upon 5 as it is write down. Okay, don't make any changes in upon 5. This denominator 5 you should not make any changes. So 35 plus 2, what is the answer? 35 plus 2, answer is 37, and upon 5 as it is we write. So this is a improper fraction. In this way we have converted this 7 integer 2 upon 5, which is mixed number, into improper fraction 37 upon 5. So we write the answer now. How to write the answer now? 7 integer 2 upon 5 is equal to 37 upon 5. So this is our answer. Now let us solve second sum. Second sum is 5 integer 1 upon 6. Write the number as it is. We start our solution. 5 integer 1 upon 6. First write this number properly. That means this integer 5 we write first, then plus this fraction 1 upon 6. 5 plus 1 upon 6. Now this 5 means not single 5. It is always having 1 in the denominator. So it is 5 plus 1 plus this second number as it is we write 1 upon 6. Now next step is we have to equalize the denominator. Here the denominator is 6. Here the denominator is 1. That means what? We have to multiply 1 by 6. So denominator will become equal. So we have to multiply 1 by 6. As we are multiplying 1 by 6, we have to multiply this 5 also by 6. So there will not be any change in the value. And that's why we have to multiply numerator as well as denominator by 6. So 5 also multiply by 6 and 1 also multiply by 6. Plus this 1 upon 6 as it is we write. Now this 5 into 6 I am writing as it is. 1 into 6, 1 6 are 6 plus 1 upon 6. Okay. Now what should be done? This 6 is the common denominator. I write it one time. And whatever in the numerator I will be writing 5 into 6 plus 1. 5 into 6 plus 1. So what is the answer? 5 6 are 30 plus 1. 5 6 are 30 plus 1 upon 6. So 30 plus 1 is 31 upon 6. In this way we can get the answer. Now write the answer. So now write the answer. Therefore 5 integer 1 upon 6 is equal to 31 upon 6. Put the box to the answer. Now let us solve third sum. Third sum is 4 integer 3 upon 4. So let us solve. I have written third sum as it is on my page. Now let us start our solution. 4 integer 3 upon 4. How to write it? This 4 integer we write first, then plus this 3 upon 4 fraction. Okay, 4 integer 3 upon 4 fraction. 4 plus 3 upon 4. This 4 is not single, always 1 is there in the denominator. We write 4 upon 1 plus 3 upon 4. Now next is we have to equalize the denominator. Here 4 is there, here 1 is there. So that means we have to multiply by 4 to numerator as well as denominator. So 1 multiply by 4, we get 4 in the denominator. Similarly, we have to multiply 4 also by 4. We have to multiply by this 4 to numerator as well as denominator. Plus 3 upon 4, this fraction as it is we write. Now 4 4s are 6. No, you should write 4 into 4 first as it is. 16 we write afterwards. Okay, 4 into 4. 4 1s are 4. Plus 3 upon 4. Now we are having 4 as common denominator, and in numerator we write 4 into 4 plus 3. 4 4s are 16 plus 3 upon 4 as it is. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 upon 4. So in this way we can get the answer as therefore the answer is 4 integer 3 upon 4 is equal to 19 upon 4. Now see children, sometimes these sums can be solved directly from this step. Okay, when you go in the higher standards, you can solve the sum from this step. How we can start solving from this step? I will be showing you here on my another page. See, we can write it like this. 4 integer 4 upon 3 can be written as 4 into 4 plus 3. 4 integer 3 upon 4 can be written as 4 into 4 plus 3 directly. That means this 4 into this 4. Integer 4 multiply by denominator 4 plus numerator 3. And upon this denominator 4 as it is. In this way directly we can write 4 into 4 plus 3 upon 4. This step we get after solving 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. We can get this fifth step. But sometimes when you go in your higher standards in 7th, 8th standard, you will be solving directly like this. 4 into 4 plus 3 upon this 4 as it is. So 4 4s are 16 plus 3 upon 4, you get 19 upon 4 as the answer. In this way only in 2 steps we can get the answer. We can convert mixed number into improper fraction. Here also same thing we can do here also. 5 integer 1 upon 6 can be written directly as 5 integer 1 upon 6 can directly be written as 5 into 6, 5 multiplied by this denominator plus this numerator 1 upon this denominator 6 as it is. 5 into 6 plus 1 upon 6. So answer is 5 6 are 30, 30 plus 1 31 upon 6. In this way, those whose maths is very good, basics like multiplication, addition is very good, they can do directly like this. Okay, so but this year we have to show all these steps. In 6th standard you all have to show all these steps. From 7th you can do directly like this. Okay, so see that in this way the steps can be written, and that's why, because from next standard you all will be writing like this from this step, and that's why I have not made, or I have not written the answer of this multiplication first. I have shown this multiplication 5 into 6 plus 1 and upon 6 as it is. Okay, so you have to solve all these steps in 6th standard. Now let us go on next sum. Next sum is 2 integer 5 upon 9. So let us write all the steps one by one very carefully. First we write solution. Our question is 2 integer 5 upon 9. It can be written as integer plus fraction. Integer is 2, fraction is 5 upon 9. So 2 plus 5 upon 9. 2 is not single 2, it is always 2 upon 1 plus 5 upon 9 as it is, second fraction as it is we will have to write. Now what we have to do, we have to equalize the denominator. That means we have to multiply by this 9 to numerator as well as denominator. So 2 into 9 upon 1 into 9 plus 5 upon 9 as it is. This second fraction we keep on writing as it is. Now we can multiply in the denominator. 1 into 9 is 9. Numerator we write as it is 2 into 9. Instead of writing the answer of this multiplication, we write it as it is. Do not write the answer of multiplication. First write the multiplication as it is, 2 into 9 plus 5 upon 9. Then what should be done? This 9 common denominator we write one time as it is, and then whatever in the numerator we will have to write it. 2 into 9 plus 5. Now 2 into 9, 9 2s are 18 plus 5 upon 9 as it is. 18 plus 5 is 23 upon 9. In this way we have got improper fraction, and then write the answer. Therefore 2 integer 5 upon 9 is equal to 23 upon 9. Put the box to the answer. Now last sum is remaining from first question. 1 integer 5 upon 7. Let us solve. I have written the question as it is. It is 1 integer 5 upon 7. In the solution we start. Now separate this integer and fraction. It will be 1 plus 5 upon 7. 1 means always 1 upon 1 plus 5 upon 7. Next step we have to equalize the denominator. Here 7 is there, here 1 is there. We have to multiply by 7. So 1 into 7 upon 1 into 7 plus 5 upon 7 as it is. Now 1 into 7 as it is I write in the numerator, and denominator 1 7s are 7 plus 5 upon 7. 7 common denominator we write one time. In numerator we write 1 into 7 plus 5. So answer is 1 7s are 7 plus 5 upon 7. 7 plus 5 is 12 upon 7. So in the end write the answer in box. Therefore 1 integer 5 upon 7 is equal to 12 upon 7. In this way we have completed our first question. Question number 2 is convert into mixed numbers. We have given improper fractions and we have to convert them into mixed numbers. Okay. So when improper fractions are given and we have to convert them in mixed numbers, we will be using division method. Okay. And for conversion of improper fraction into conversion of mixed number into improper fraction, we use this method. And now for converting into mixed number, we will have to use division method. We have given all improper fractions here and we have to convert them into mixed number. So let us use division method now. First fraction is 30 upon 7. So let us use division method now. 30 upon 7 means 30 divided by 7. We all know table of 7. 7 4s are 28. Correct? 30 minus 28, answer is 2. And quotient we get 4. This number in the written here is known as quotient. Number we get here is known as remainder. This is divisor and this is dividend. Okay. Now how to write this? Always first check that whether the remainder is smaller than divisor or not. As we can see that 2 is smaller than 7. Correct? 2 is smaller than 7. So now we can write this number into improper fraction. How to write? Therefore 30 upon 7 will be equal to, this 4 is written as integer. Okay. Then this divisor will be written as denominator and this remainder will be written as numerator. Numerator means number which is written above and denominator is the number which is written down. So in this way we can write this quotient as the integer here, this remainder as the numerator here, and this divisor as the denominator here. Here in the given number and in the answer, denominator should be same. It is equal. In the question denominator is 7. In our answer also denominator should be 7. Always check it. Okay, denominator should be 7. And then the remainder should be written in the numerator and this quotient should be written in front as the integer. So this is our answer. See children, if you solve this 4 integer 2 upon 7 like our first question, you will get the answer as 30 upon 7. I will show you. I can show you. Okay. We can use the method of first question. 4 integer 2 upon 7. How to solve it? 4 plus 2 upon 7. Correct? Then 4 means 4 upon 1 plus 2 upon 7. Then we have to multiply this 1 and 4 by 7. So 4 into 7 upon 1 into 7 plus 2 upon 7 we write as it is. Then 4 into 7 as it is we write 1 upon 7, 1 7 is 7 plus 2 upon 7 we write as it is. Then how to write this 7 as the common denominator? 4 into 7 plus 2. 4 into 7 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. 30 plus 7. See, when we solve this mixed number 4 integer 2 upon 7, we get improper fraction 30 upon 7. And when we solve 30 upon 7, we get mixed number 4 integer 2 upon 7 by division method. So in this way you can check the answer also. And you should see that the denominator should be same. Now let us go on the next sum. 7 upon 4. Second sum, 7 upon 4. Let us start our solution. 7 upon 4 means what? 7 divide by 4. Now divide. We all know 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. That means we cannot write 4 2s are 8. We have to write 4 ones are 4. 7 minus 4, answer is 3. So 3 is the remainder, 1 is the quotient, 4 is the divisor. How to write the answer now? First check this remainder 3 is smaller than 4. Always check that this number should be smaller than the divisor. So 3 is smaller than 4. Now we can write the answer. 7 upon 4 will be equal to, this number quotient should be written here 1. Then this remainder should be written in the numerator and divisor should be written as the denominator. Okay, quotient as the integer, remainder as the numerator, divisor as the denominator. Always see this in writing the answer. So see how we have written the answers. Quotient as integer, remainder as numerator, and divisor as denominator, divisor as denominator. Always keep these things in your mind while writing the answer. Now let us go on next sum. Third sum is 15 upon 12. Let us solve. 15 upon 12 means 15 divided by 12. We all know table of 12. 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24. 24 is bigger than 15, so we cannot write 12 twos are 24. We have to write 12 ones are 12. 15 minus 12, answer is 3. 3 is the remainder, 1 is the quotient, 12 is the divisor. Now 3 remainder is smaller than 12, so we have to stop here and we can write the answer. Therefore 15 upon 12 is equal to, this quotient we have to write as the integer. Once again I will be showing you this, which I have shown you before also. Quotient means, quotient is integer. This quotient is integer. Then numerator means remainder. This remainder is numerator 3. And divisor means denominator 12. Always see that here denominator in question should be same of the denominator in the answer. Next sum, 21 upon 4. 21 upon 4. Solution. 21 upon 4 means what? 21 divided by 4. Now 4's table, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16, 4 fives are 20, 4 fives are 20. Because 4 6 is 24 and 24 is bigger than 21. So we cannot write 4 6 are 24. We have to write 4 5s are 20. Now 21 minus 20, answer is 1. This 1 is the remainder, 4 is the divisor, 5 is the quotient. 1 is remainder which is smaller than 4. So we can write the answer now. 21 upon 4 will be equal to, this quotient we have to write first. Then 1 remainder as numerator upon this divisor 4 as the denominator. Now let us solve the last sum. Last sum is 20 upon 7, 6th sum. 6th sum is 20 upon 7. 4th sum is remaining. I will be showing you after solving this 6th sum. So let us solve this 6th sum first. 20 upon 7 is equal to 20 divided by 7. 7 table, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21. 21 is bigger than 20, so we cannot write 21. We have to write 7 twos are 14. 20 minus 14, what is the answer? 6. 6 is smaller than 7, so we have to stop here and we can write the answer now. Therefore 20 upon 7 is equal to, what should be written as the integer? Integer is 2, quotient. Okay. In numerator we have to write this 6 as denominator, 6 as the remainder we have to write in numerator, and denominator should be this divisor 7. So 20 upon 7 means 2 integers 6 upon 7. Now one sum is remaining that we will solve now. 11 upon 8, fourth sum is remaining. 11 upon 8. Solution. 11 upon 8 means what? 11 divided by 8. Now say 8 table. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16. 16 is bigger than 11. So we cannot write 8 twos are 16. We have to write 8 ones are 8. 11 minus 8, what is the answer? 3. Correct. Now 3 is smaller than 8. So we have to stop here and we have to write the answer. Therefore 11 upon 8 will be equal to, this 1 as quotient we write in the integer. This 3 as remainder we have to write in the numerator. This 8 as divisor we have to write in the denominator. So 11 upon 8 is equal to 1 integer 3 upon 8. In this way we have completed our question number 2 also. Now let us read this third question. Write the following example using fraction. We have given the examples in word and we have to write them in the fraction. See first question. If 9 kg rice is shared among 5 people, how many kilogram of rice does each person get? So when sharing concept is there, always we can write it in the fraction form as we have seen in the concept of this activity. Okay, how 7 apples are shared between 2 children. That means 7 upon 2. 7 apples are shared between 2 children means 7 upon 2. Similarly, here 9 kg rice is shared among 5 people. Correct. So 9 should be written in the denominator. What is to be shared? 9 kg rice. Among how many children it is, how many people it is divided? Among 5 people. So 5 should be written in the denominator. So 9 kg rice is shared between 5 people can be written as 9 upon 5 kg, kilogram. Okay, 9 kg rice is shared between 5 people. So each person will get 9 upon 5 kg rice. Are you understanding? In this way you can write the answer. Let me make it small so you can see the answer carefully. See, 9 kg rice is shared among 5 people. So 9 should be written in the numerator and among 5 people it is divided. So 5 should be written in denominator. And in this way each person will get 9 upon 5 kg of rice. Therefore each person will get 9 upon 5 kg of rice. If you want, you can write it as 9 kg rice is shared them among 5 people. So you can write 9 in the numerator, then 5 in the denominator. In that way also it can be written. But if you write directly also it is okay. Now let us see second question. To make 5 shirts of same size, 11 meter cloth is needed. How much cloth is needed? 11. From 11 meter cloth, how many shirts are made? 5 shirts. From 11 meter cloth, how many shirts are made? 5 shirts. So solution we can write from 11. That means 11 should be written in the numerator. From 11 how many shirts are made? 5. So 5 should be written in the denominator. And in this way, for one shirt we require the cloth of 1 upon 5 meter. So we have completed practice set 9, all sums here. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.